Hallelujah. Yalhayna Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Mashiach wa Malaki Bashim Harawat Kaporash Boratham, the water by the ball of Colonial Sprout. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching a likewise doctrine and Satan Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video where this rabbi said that so-called black people will be excluded in the world to come. That ain't what the book of Obadiah says. You know what I'm saying? These people are scared, they are reaching, and it's obvious, beyond obvious, they are afraid. And guess what? You should be. You got every reason to be scared to death about what's about to happen to the nation of Edom. And it's like I said yesterday, ain't no crooked judge, no crooked cop, no lawyer gonna get you out the shit you in with the how about shit and how shot. So just accept it. It's coming for you. Matter of fact, let's go and get the video. And the title of this video is Rabbi David got to leave out. Said so-called blacks excluded in the world to come. The world to come, shit, we excluded in this one. But that's all right, though. The Lord is going to give us a generous amount of payback. So let's see what this fool got to say.
The next world is where the majority of a person's actions, which determine his identity, are compensated. For the righteous, they exist in the world to come and they're rewarded. And for those whose major complexion is black, are excluded from the world to come.
Let's see who's excluded in the world to come. Because obviously you cannot trust these liars, these tolerants. They are desperate liars. And they are afraid. Let's go to the book of Obadiah, see who's going to be excluded. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord, Yahweh Shah, has spoken it. But wait, there's more. He's going to tell more lies. Check him out.
Major complexion is black, are excluded from the world to come.
Now, if you notice that these people, they cannot stop thinking about this, right? And that all that does is show us that there's credence to what we saying. They know who we are. We are the people. We are the Israelites. And they cannot stop thinking about us. We are the salt of the earth. It's like that lady said. Well, the biggest threat to the tunnel rats is the young so-called black Americans, because they know who we are. They know that the Lord has sleeper cells too. Yeah, they try to get their little sleeper cells in the country and then act like they don't know what's going on. And then turn around and get these people. I just seen a video where it says that the migrants in New York, they are receiving $53 billion in prepaid cards. But for some reason, they pretend that they can't give us reparations. It's cool, though. We don't want your paper money because it's worthless anyway. We want that ass because, why? You are the reparation as a slave.
Major complexion is black, are excluded from the world to come. We're finishing now part 2, chapter 2. And what we've said so far is that people have free will and their actions are...
Now stop right there. See, I already lying. People do not have free will. Let's see. Hold on, I have to go to Google. Hold on now. Let's see, every time these people open their mouth, a lifeline. And it's like breathing to these people. I'm like, it's cool though. It's cool. It's cool. Let's see what the Bible says, not these liars. Man, this phone tripping. Hold up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Line number 2 exposed. Let's keep going. I mean, these tongue raps are easy work because they do not know this book. All they know is lies. And they repeat those lies, just like you Christians. Let's go.
Some are good and some are evil. And by the way, the Rambam writes explicitly that everyone has some good actions and some bad actions. Everyone.
That might be true, but that don't negate from the fact that the Lord declared your nation as being the wicked. The wicked. Yeah, you got wicked people in every nation, but your nation is declared the wicked, especially Amalek, especially the tongue race. Let's go.
Everyone. And he takes it for granted that there'll be a variety. And we talked about the fact that this world and the next world are asymmetrical. The next world is where the majority of a person's actions, which determine his identity, are compensated for.
That's a goddamn lie. First of all, your identity is based on your bloodline. See, these people cannot tell the truth, even if their life depended on it. Let's go to Numbers 118. And who determines your bloodline? Your father. You are whatever your father is. If your father is from the nation of Israel, then you are an Israelite. If your father is of the nation of Edom, you are Edomite. It's just that simple. But they choose to complicate things just so they can control the narrative, even if it means with lies. And that's their forte. They love to lie, but hate being called liars. I don't understand that dynamic at all. But it's not for me to understand. This phone tripping so hard, it's ridiculous. Hold on. Let's go to numbers in the Bible. It's like Esau messing with the technology, but it's cool. Get it in while you can, homeboy. Numbers 118. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Line number 3 exposed. Let's keep going. And we ain't but a minute and a half into the video. That's a goddamn shame.
The righteous, they they exist in the world to come and they're rewarded. And for those whose major complexion is black are excluded from the world to come.
Okay. Let's see. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. How could you be excluded from the world when it states that Jacob is the beginning of the world that followed after Esau destroyed his own kingdom like a dumbass? So how are we going to be excluded if Jacob is the beginning of it that followed? Line number 4. Still under 2 minutes. Let's go.
And in this world, the minority is addressed. The wicked who are going to be lost in the world to come get compensated.
See, you're right. The wicked is going to be slaves in the world to come. That goes for you tunnel rats, you Edomites, all you other nations that ever took advantage of us, knew who we were, yet you still took advantage of us. You reaped the benefits. So yeah, that's your ass too.
Rewarded for their good actions in this world. And the righteous will be punished in this world for the minority of bad actions that they have.
That don't even make no goddamn sense. But what does make sense is the righteous are punished in this world. Why? Because of Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not where is he? So we all know who runs the world. Tunnel rats. And Esau dumbass right behind him.
And the Rahal notes at the end of the chapter, this begins an explanation of why righteous people suffer.
Job chapter 9:24. Because you assholes run the earth.
This is a big deal, righteous people suffering. It's one of the most famous complaints against religious belief. They believe in an all-powerful, all-good, all-knowing God. It's hard to understand why righteous people suffer.
Today, it is prohibited, and you can Google this, to do a DNA test in Israel. Totally forbidden. Wrong. It's illegal. It's a crime. You'll be jailed if you do.
You know why? Because they don't want the truth to come out about who they really are. They said that you can get a DNA test, but you can't talk about it. You can't show them about it because they don't want anybody to know that they're not the people. But it's old. I mean, they can't hide it no more. If they try to hide it from this point on, they only make themselves look more stupid than what they already are. They're stupider than they look.
Do a DNA test in Israel. Why? Because they know the truth will come out. You come from Poland, you come from Ukraine, you came from Europe, you came from everywhere else. And they were the original Middle Eastern Jews who lived together with the Muslims and the Christians for centuries. For centuries. So what happened to a lot of the Jews?
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
See? Now, why they can't stop thinking about it? Why they go to bed thinking about us, waking up in the morning thinking about us? Because they know the 144,000 is coming for that ass. We don't want your money. We don't want that paper shit with your face on it. We coming for that ass, the 144,000. That's why they go to bed thinking about us. That's why they wake up in the morning thinking about us. That guilt is kicking their ass.
Black Lives Matter starts there. I had last week a dinner, sit-down dinner at my house with 30 people, which are considered the leadership of the black community.
I have said to people when they ask me if this Capitol crumbled to the ground, the one thing that would remain is our commitment to our aid, and I don't even call it aid, our cooperation with Israel.
So dumbass Edomites gonna follow these tunnel rats right into captivity. But they claim they're so intelligent, right? Who the hell lies their way to slavery? Edomites and Amalekites. Let's go.
That's fundamental.
Now, you know that we have kept a group identity for thousands of years. And then let's say, by the way, that you have 16 generations ago, your mother's 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 mother, so on and so on, right, was not Jewish. But that doesn't mean that her child isn't Jewish, because the child can count as a convert. If the child is dedicated to the Jewish religion, then that child will count as Jewish.
Lies, lies, lies. Let's go to the book of Romans. Yeah, dang. We just read Numbers 118 about what determines your nationality. You see how they flip everything upside down? He's trying to say your mother determines your nationality, which is a lie. He said if you are not born Jewish, you can convert. No, that's not what Romans chapter 9 says. Here we go. I use my regular Bible. I ain't got time for this phone, this trip. Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit. Verse 2. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Now check this out. Verse 4. Who are the Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and the promises. So what the hell is he talking about? This basically saying, if you're an Israelite, then you were given the laws and the covenants and the promises that's to come in the next rulership. So what the hell is this liar talking about? Let's go. Hold on, I'm gonna run it back.
A group identity for thousands of years. And then let's say, by the way, that you have 16 generations ago, your mother's 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 mother, so on and so on, right, was not Jewish. But that doesn't mean that her child isn't Jewish, because
you're right, because mothers have nothing to do with determining nationality.
the child can count as a convert.
You can't just say you're Israelite and then that's it. And then all of a sudden, bam, all the laws and the promises pertain to you now, just because you said you a fake ass Jew. These people are insane. Hold on, let's go to verse 5. Whose are the fathers? Let's start at verse 4. Who are the Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of Yahweh? That's why if you can only be a prophet if you're Israelite. See? And the services of Yahweh, yeah. Prophesying is a service. And the promise, verse 5. Who are the fathers and of whom concerning the flesh Yahweh came? Who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. So once again it illustrates who are the fathers and of whom as concerning the flesh Yahweh came. So once again it's alliterating is based on your father, not because you lie and say you a Jew when you obviously are Amalekite or Edomite. These liars, they have no shame. Let's go.
If the child is dedicated to the Jewish religion, then that child will count as Jewish.
You right. He's right. Because if he feeds into them lies that bullshit, guess what? He is an Amalekite prophet. Ain't no Amalekite gonna be an Israelite. That's not gonna happen. An Edomite cannot be an Israelite. That's not gonna happen. Just because you say some words that you believe. People are insane. If you wasn't born an Israelite, you are not an Israelite.
Born Jewish. But the fact that you're not born Jewish doesn't mean you're not Jewish.
See how they lie? He said just because you're not born Jewish doesn't mean you're not Jewish. When we just read Romans, if you are not born an Israelite, you are not an Israelite.
If you attach yourself to the Jewish religion, then you could be Jewish without being born Jewish.
If you attach yourself to them lies and that bullshit in the Talmud, guess what? You wicked as hell, just like these Tonerets. You're not an Israelite. Are you crazy?
So it doesn't mean that you're not Jewish. It just means you don't have a line going all the way back to that. But then,
see, that's a double contradiction right there. If your bloodline don't go back to your forefathers who are Israelites, then you are not an Israelite. These people lie they lie like breathing. Let's go.
who cares about that? Why is that important?
See, he said, who cares about it? That's what they say. That's their defense mechanism right there. When you confound them, that's when they say it doesn't matter. Who cares about it? Okay. Why did y'all change? Why did y'all cover the faces of the judges thereof? In Job chapter 9, verse 24. Why, in the Renaissance period, did you whitewash everything if it doesn't matter? Why did you change the name of the Father and the Son if it doesn't matter? Why did you change the nationality of Hamashiach if it didn't matter? Obviously it did. But see, this is the Edomite response. This is the Toneret response when you confound them with truth.
If you attach yourself to the Jewish religion, then you could be Jewish without being born Jewish. So it doesn't mean.
See, that's another lie right there. I just saw a video where a so-called black man, a Jake actually, and he was dressed just like these Toneret. He went into a synagogue and they kicked him out. So how, if you believe that bullshit, then you are honorary Toneret? Another lie. Let's go.
It doesn't mean that you're not Jewish. It just means you don't have a line going all the way back to.
If you don't have a line going all the way back, you're not an Israelite. You can call yourself all you want. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, Amalek. But that does not negate from the fact that you are Amalek. And you're going into captivity. Just like these goofy ass Edomites over here in Babylon. They call themselves cats, dogs, they identify as this or that, but that does not negate from the fact that you are a wicked Edomite headed for captivity. You can call yourself whatever you want to. That don't mean that it's true. I identify as a man, you a woman. Okay. You just a stupid ass woman. Walking around thinking you're something that you're not. And vice versa with these trans people. Or anybody else who goes around proclaiming that they're something that they're not. You just goofy as fuck. Esau's sorcery has worked on you. You are now Esau's creation. Because you wasn't born that way. That was something Esau's sorcery converted you to. So now you are a product of Esau, dumbass.
To that. But then who cares about that? Why is that important?
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
See, that's what they do when you confound them with truth, biblical truth. This they go to because they ain't got no more lies. They fresh out of lies, the clip empty. Then they start acting like little spoiled children as we see. Let's go.
It just doesn't matter.
We're gonna see if it's gonna matter when y'all in the goddamn chains. Cognitive dissonance will not save you. Denying the truth will not save you. Demonizing the truth will not save you. All them other little tactics you use, none of that will save you. Y'all are done.
The Haggadah says there were 5 great scholars who made their Seder in Bnei Brak. And they stayed up all night, and their disciples had to tell them the sun has risen, the time for saying the Haggadah is over. And the commentators point out, not one of them had ancestors who was a slave in Egypt. Not one. Because some of them were Levium, who weren't enslaved, and some came from converts. Which means the great-great-great-grandfather was non-Jewish. And then this one...
If he's non-Jewish, then it really doesn't matter, just like the Edomites just said. But they prop themselves up to be something just because they said, well, I believe. That don't mean shit. Anybody can lie like they believe. Matter of fact, let's get a scripture on that. Anybody can lie. That don't mean everybody good at it though, but they can call their lies left and right. And they're just making themselves look more and more stupid by the day. When they try to reinforce these lies that's been proven to be lies, you don't know how stupid you look. Hold on, let's go back a little bit.
Was a slave in Egypt, not one. Because some of them were Levium, who weren't enslaved, and some came from converts. Which means the great-great-great-grandfather was non-Jewish. And then this one converted, and then this one, and they became some of the greatest scholars in the history of the Jewish religion. So
they wrote their own books and filled them with nothing but lies. So once again, just because you said you something, that don't mean that you are it. The book of James, chapter 2, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. You can say whatever you want to say. If your works don't reflect that, you lie. These people claim they so goddamn holy and separate and good and righteous, and ain't doing shit but wickedness all over earth.
what do I care whether my lineage traces out someplace? So what?
See how they just disregard hardcore facts? So what if my line don't trace back? That means you're not who you say you are. That's what it means. But see, cognitive dissonance kicks in when you confront the tunnel rats with the truth. Same thing happens with Esau, because they're the same nation. Tunnel rats and Edomites are from the nation of Edom. So yeah, they're gonna have the same characteristics. Compulsive liars, born pedophiles, born homosexuals, thieves, murderers. Are they not now in the process of mass genocide? Yes, they are. They have to satisfy that bloodlust. And the Lord gonna pay them right back, because they gonna spill double. The blood they shed, they gonna spill double. So let's go.
I mean, Abraham's lineage traces out, and then they all trace out through.
So what? Yours don't. See that trying to place blame and deflection, change the subject, all kind of little tactics to get out of not trying to not face the truth.
Through Terach, Abraham's father, who was an idol worshiper. So what?
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell.
Yeah. These people are fucking idiots. They think they can say whatever, but we just supposed to believe. Them days are over, homie. Let's get the script. Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. And though that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh. Yeah, you could try all them lies, all them little psychological tactics. That shit don't work on us. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. See, the truth coming out, now they feel ashamed. They got to tell more lies to cover the lies that they told back then. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy lips. Yeah, they're ashamed, guys. They ain't ashamed fully yet, though. They're going to be fully ashamed when them chains go on their heads. Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were the children of fools, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. We already looked up that definition for the word vile. And it's everything opposite of good and nice. It's no coincidence that the world's largest gay parade is in Tel Aviv. Yeah, they vile as hell. Book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Verse 6. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and set thee as a gazing star. Yeah, they real embarrassed now because all them lies been played out, been exposed. But now they're trying to save face. Nah, man, we finna keep on exposing until there ain't nothing left to expose. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, good evil. Amalekites, the Tonarats, and the Edomites. That put darkness for light, light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. You could be a homosexual. It's okay. No, fuck it ain't. Because Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13 says anybody who does that shit will be put to death. So how is that good? Well, that's just one example. And another point that proves that they're not the people of the Lord is this verse right here. Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Number one, like the elder said, they do not fit this prophecy because let them tell it, they always knew who they were. And number two, when were they ever in captivity? I'll wait. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Here goes another. And thou, even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. When did they discontinue from their heritage? And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land in which thou knowest not. When did that happen to them? For ye have kindled a fire of mine anger, which shall burn forever. So when did this ever happen to them? Because first, they tried to say that the Edomites were done away with, right? And then when that bullshit didn't work, now they're trying to say Ishmael's Esau. I mean, get it together, eat your sloppy, baby. You sloppy, baby. And here's something to bust you other nations bubble. If you got your heart set on being delivered in the chariots, no, that's not gonna happen either. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 23. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. The hills are the smaller governments or countries. The mountains are the larger governments or countries like Russia, China. Truly in the Lord Yahweh, our power is the salvation of Israel. Not all, not whosoever. You know how them blind ass pastors like to include everybody. No, that ain't what this says. To go another precept, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. They shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Not whosoever, not all, not those people who weren't born Jewish and then they just said they Jewish and then now you Jewish. No, that don't work. Keep going. I mean, these are pathetic liars. I mean, look at them. I mean, yeah, dang. Yeah. And here's one that make you think right here. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Yahweh shouting unto his disciples, verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Are they not all rich? So, yeah, they're not going. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things that the Lord hates. Since y'all say the Lord is full of love, 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 now the Lord hates. 7 are an abomination. Verse 17, a proud look. Who's the proudest person that walked the planet? Esau and Amalek. A lying tongue. Just proved that in the video. And hands that shed innocent blood. So, if the Lord hates you, how he gonna give you a piece of his kingdom? I don't understand. Let's keep going. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Ain't nobody rejoicing. That's another indicator of who's in rulership. Psalm chapter 31, verse 18, let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. What did he say? The blacks will not be included in the world. They will be excluded in the world to come. Yeah, you speaking against the righteous. But that's okay though. You just mock yourself too. And it's gonna get to the point where ain't nobody gonna want to listen to Esau because everybody knows that Esau and Amalek is full of shit. Proverbs chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Don't want anything to do with you. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Psalm chapter 52, verse 2. The tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather speak righteousness a lot. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. The first sentence of a baby is a goddamn lie. Psalm chapter 10, verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Now that tells you who they are, and it tells us who we are. Because number one, why are we on these people's mind like this? We ain't did shit to them, but they can't stop thinking about us. See, that's that perpetual hate the Lord put between Jacob and Esau. And they know they're gonna have to make a move, either shut down the internet to stop this truth, or call it PSYOP, then declare martial law, because they can't take no more truth. They can't take it. So that anger is gonna be funneled into a PSYOP. Prime example, like I said at camp, if y'all look outside y'all window, if you in the hood, you'll notice that they move migrants into the black areas, so-called black areas. Because in Michigan, I think, they took a whole community center and turned it into a migrant dwelling. And that ain't never barracks because these are sleeper cells. So when them blackouts started rolling, welcome to Jacob's trouble. That's when these sleeper cells gonna get activated. And they're only implanting these people in black areas, so-called. In nobody else's neighborhood. They taking the elementary schools and turning them into barracks for their sleeper cells. So when the blackout started rolling, welcome to Jacob's trouble. Job chapter 15, verse 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity in their belly, prepare deceit. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7. As for the scoundrel, his devices are evil. He plans wicked schemes, ruin the poor with lying words, even when the plea of the needy is right. They don't care. They want their lives to stand, regardless of how much sense they don't make. That's one of the characteristics of Esau and Amalek. Check this out. This is the rest of Esther in the Apocrypha, chapter 13, verse 5. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men. Who's constantly in opposition against all men? Edomites and Tonerets, differing in the strange manner of their laws. All their laws are jacked up. Don't make no sense. But Esau ready to be the perfect fuck up. And evil affected to, well, let me start over. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, differing in strange manner of their laws. And evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. They don't want Yahweh and Yahweh to rule. But they don't have a choice now, do they? Yeah, they doing all this little fuck shit. All this little under the table wickedness and planning this and planning that. But you know, it ain't gonna happen. You gonna get the 2/3, but you ain't gonna get the 144,000. And you ain't gonna get the innumerable 1/3. What you will get is captivity for 1,000 years. Okay, we can get this is a good one right here. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 27. This is why it's always so-called black men against so-called white. This is why it's always Jacob versus Esau or Jacob versus Ptolemy, because they all Edomites. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. That's why they can't stop thinking about it. They hate us, but they want to be us. How the hell that works? You want to be something you hate? Let's show you how crazy the Lord created these people to be. The perfect fuck up. James chapter 1, verse 8, the double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's Esau all day, all over the place. Freestyle, science, freestyle, so-called facts, that's lies. Stop, what? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. That's why you got the biggest gay parade over there. He's profane, he's vile, he's a fool. The Bible describes Esau as all these things. Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Obviously, he didn't care about his nation. And the Lord honored that. He honored it. You sold your birthright, okay, now it goes to Jacob. But see, Jacob was meant to rule anyway. That's how it played out. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. We in the beginning stages of that. Yeah, you done, baby. Nobody believes you. You need more people. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not. But there are 7 abominations in his heart. 7 means completion, so he's completely wicked. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, ravings, and evil surmise, which is a thought based on little or no evidence. Esau was born to be adverse against the Israelites. Against. So he ain't gonna agree. Even if we're right, he ain't gonna agree. His pride won't let him. And what does the Bible say? Pride goeth before destruction. Yeah. So if a man is too proud to do the right thing, how is he a fit ruler? if he let his feelings, his emotions rule over him, if he let his hatred control him, how's he a fit ruler? Always in his feelings. No, you can't judge any matter. You can't weigh anything in the balance because your feelings. Esau spent 4 kingdoms in his feelings. And he's still in his feelings. So weak ass. Your feelings is the reason why you are not fit to rule. You claim you're so intelligent, but soon as a so-called black person enters the room, them feelings kick in, don't it? Mm-hmm. See it all the time. I see it all every day. You try to hide them feelings, but no, we know they're there because you say little slick shit under your tongue, under your breath. You know, typical Edomite hate. You know that they just childish like that. This is why they're not gonna get over on the 144,000 and the new 1/3, because the Lord says it's not gonna happen. Why? Because it's not written. This is what's written. Psalm chapter 21, verse 11, for they intended evil against thee, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Job chapter 5, verses 12 and 13, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Froward means somebody is difficult to deal with. Headlong is when you raise forward with reckless confidence. That's headlong. And to me, y'all, this is describing a fool. Psalm chapter 33, verse 10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. You could dream all you want. That don't mean it's gonna come true. But ours is. They have to see you in chains. Yahweh Ratazah. We can close on this one. This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, then I understood therein. I mean, if you don't fully understand these scriptures and these prophecies, if you do understand these scriptures and these prophecies, then you know that it don't matter what Esau or the tunnel rats do or say, they're gonna still end up at the same final destination: captivity for 1,000 years and extermination. So keep on lying, keep on putting nails in your coffin, because it will bring your counsel to none effect. Keep lying, keep lying, keep lying, because all you're doing is marking yourself for destruction. Call all you lot of high now Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Waplaki, by Hashem, Harawak, Kakorash, Barakatham, the water by Bawa, Kwam Yashra. Shalom.